Good morning. Y'all know what time it is. Getting myself ready for work. And actually, I have two things to talk about, but I'm only going to cover one today. Because I'm getting tired of repeating myself. And one of the things that I want to tell you is I want to talk about military men and their children. And they don't really necessarily have to be military men, but fathers who make work a priority, make other things work. We're talking about work, a priority. Therefore, they may miss your games or things that's important to you, and you never got over it. Because I hear these stories all the time. And, as you get older, you should get wiser. And you should be able to listen to somebody and help them process things. And one of the things that I listen to is I listen to how people talk about their daddy. He was never there. It was only my mama. He didn't come to my games. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. Where was your father? He was working. So now I have to break things down because I see that it's in my backyard too. I have people in my family that feel some kind of way because I'm not where they want me to be physically. And what they don't understand is I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be because I already did my job. And when you do your job, you don't have to look back. And you know what? I can't none of them relate to me because ain't none of them self-employed. They don't have nothing in their name that they earned. And I really don't care how you feel. And that's just that. And you know that saying, if the shoe fit, baby, go ahead. Take for a test drive. But anyway, it doesn't matter how many siblings or grandkids come behind you. Your parents gave you exactly what they wanted you to have. And what my parents wanted me to have as their only girl is independence. You could do bad by yourself. You're absolutely right. I could do bad by myself. I don't need nobody to help me do bad. And so that's why I go to work every day. I'm not going to leave my house to come sit up in yours. Why would I do that? Who's going to pay my bills? Because you feel that I need to be where you want me to be. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Wasn't raised that way. So back to the topic, I hear people say that my father wasn't there for me. Only my mother. She was the only one that came to the game and cheered me on. And I said, was your mother and your father together at the time? Yeah. But he always make work a priority. Let me tell you something. So now I have to break it down to them. Let me tell you something. Why you bashing your father? Whenever that game was over, whether you won or whether you lost, when you finished celebrating, you needed some place to go to lay your head, to call your room. And guess what? Him sitting at that baseball game was not going to pay the mortgage. Work was. And when he's in the military, he cannot promise you things. Your mother should have told you better. She should have said, your father's not here, but I'm here. And my little girlfriends, we're going to cheer you on because your father is in the military. And he doesn't have control over his schedule. So he wanted to be here, but he's on a deployment. But he's at work. You have to explain work, and they don't. So now this grown person still got an attitude. And I'm thinking of myself, because I'm a parent too. You see, some women, they don't have that type of responsibility. Because you ask them, girl, how much your cable bill? Oh, I don't pay bills. They don't even know how much it costs. And that's cool. But there's some of us, we know exactly how much something costs. Girl, they went up on my cable bill, $1.50. So I just want to say, when you have a daughter, niece, or some kind of somebody that done married this little young man because he's in the military, you have to take the time to explain to her, listen, when you start having kids now, just want you to know, you're going to be like a single parent. No, he can't get up 2 o'clock in the morning and go get that baby a bottle. He got to be at work. He can't be slipping on his job. He don't have enough rank to pull that off. So yeah, you're going to be like a single parent. And when you enroll your kids in sports, it doesn't mean he's going to make the games. See, you got to know these things going in. And they don't know this. I guess they just want these husbands to just be next to me. Let's sleep in. He can't sleep in. He got to go to work. You know? And when you have a father in your life, and he's responsible like that, those type of things rub off on you because you realize how important work is. Because guess what? And then you got the nerve, Kim, to be self-employed. So if I don't work, I don't get paid. And, you know, how they say, I was this year's age when I found this out. No, I didn't. It took me a minute when I was younger to figure it out. But now that I have people trying to tell me what I need to do, don't come at me sideways because I already saw you coming. My vision is very good. I heard what you said the first time. You know, they try to slide something in. But that's still your father. Listen, you go find your father if you know what he looked like. But don't tell me what to do with mine. Because you know what? In life, I don't care how slow they are. Once they get past a certain age, and you know you put your best in, see, you gotta put your best in first. And once you become a parent and you did your best, I don't care if them kids ain't speaking to you. They're adulting. They somewhere in somebody's corner trying to make the best decisions that they can. And you should let them. I tell people, don't give grown men an assignment and then take it back because you want to micromanage. They already had a mother. They don't need you micromanaging nothing. See, I already know this because my phone don't ring. Ain't nobody calling me talking about what do you do with this and what do you do. Listen, they don't want to hear your mouth. And I'm cool with that. So, when I say let them make their own decisions, let them figure it out, that's because you've already given them the tools. And so, yes, they're going to do the best that they can with what they have. And you should have taught them that as a parent. You know, it's called substitutions. Well, we don't have milk. What can we use? Try water. Let's see what that do. And you know what? That's the best thing that you could do. I'm looking at my lashes because I'm trying to figure out. There were 2 that matched, and now I don't see them. I don't see the match. I don't see the match, but we just going to do the best that we can do with what we got. And we're going to make this one. So yes, they can't be 2 places at one time. And it just lets me see that everybody grows at their own pace. But it gets to be a point that you realize that somebody is stuck. And so that's my way of helping you unstuck yourself so that you would know what your lifestyle is going to be like. Because some of y'all think, oh, we just going to travel the world. You want to give your mama your behind a kiss. And then you get in real life and realize you got too many kids and you can't afford it. And when somebody said, well, what about your mother? Oh, yeah, you was following the people on the internet, calling your mama narcissist and all this other stuff. And now you got to go back and reach back to ask for some help. Really? Listen. The military ain't for the weak. And so, yes, there's conversations that somebody should have for you to let you know what you're about to step in. Because I see so many stories, and it's like, oh my gosh, yeah, you married a kid. He left you in a house with no resources because he mad. He ain't paying for groceries no more. Now you ready to call his unit. They only gonna punish him and take his money. Take y'all money. Like, have no coping skills. Stop following people and you don't have a job. You don't have a way to support yourself. And you want to get on Facebook and post anonymously. No, we're going to know. We know who you are. You were the one that couldn't nobody tell nobody nothing.